Tonight at 6, unpredictable ice. A warning to those already testing their luck out on Northland Lakes.
Plus, out of the cold, how the Red Cross is stepping in after an apartment fire displaced dozens of people in Duluth.
And overcoming Omicron. Minnesota health leaders lay out their plan to tackle the latest COVID variant.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Here's a live look from I-35 tonight as snow flurries have been making for slippery road conditions this evening. Good evening, I'm Briggs Savage.
And I'm Kristen Bakke. Thank you for joining us. And Dave, not only road conditions around, the Duluth area, but also we heard of a pretty significant crash closing part of Highway 53 near Evelyn. So that snow is really having an impact.
Yeah, and Highway 53 seems to be the border between the snow havers and the have-nots up in the arrowhead of Minnesota. Let's take a look at the road conditions. Because of an Alberta clipper today, we've been seeing the roads degrade up north in the arrowhead first, and now the chance will spill into Wisconsin and Michigan for the next few hours. So even though the rain and the snow mix may be ending here in the arrowhead of Minnesota, roads up there are still partially covered and you have to be cautious traveling. Roads are still good for Wisconsin and Michigan at the moment, but could go down as our Alberta clipper works through that neck of the woods now till about midnight tonight. So in Minnesota, we may still be getting a little bit of light snow popping up in parts of Cook County, but the bigger deal is now running from the Bayfield Peninsula through the Upper Peninsula, the classic snow belt, where folks there could manage another 1 to 2 inches of snow before this clipper leaves shortly after the midnight hour. So our forecast here for tonight tells us once the clipper stops depositing snow, we'll be left with a mostly cloudy sky and highs in general, actually lows in general, in the upper 20s. For Tuesday, the highs will be in the lower 30s, fairly close to normal. And since we'll be in between Alberta clippers, we'll get a partly sunny day for one day till our next clipper comes around to slick up the roads on Wednesday. We'll talk about the odds of that one paying off in more detail in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. And as the weather has been slowly getting colder, many are taking to the ice as ponds and smaller lakes begin to freeze over.
But experts say begin is the key word, and people need to be very wary before they head out on any ice this time of year. CBS3's Abigail Smith shares the safety advice tips they have for the Northlanders in this early stages of winter.
Some ponds like Bagley here in Duluth are already frozen over and a popular location for skaters. But as promising as this pond may look, ice can be deceiving. Experts say many bodies of water aren't ready for winter activities just yet. That's causing concern for the United States Coast Guard station in Duluth. They say even as smaller lakes and ponds may look fine, moisture and wind speeds are aspects that can make your fun day out on the ice dangerous. The Coast Guard says ice must be at least 4 inches thick for people to skate or walk on, but much thicker for activities like ice fishing and four-wheeling. Petty Officer Jonathan Dellinger says everyone should be prepared before taking to the ice.
One, we like everybody to make a plan and then kind of stick to that plan. Let everybody know where you're going to be when you plan on being back. Take someone with you. Try not to go out alone. And then have a life jacket or something reflective. That way, if you do wind up in a situation, we can find you pretty easily.
Dellinger advises people to always check the weather and wind conditions before heading out, so everyone is wearing the right gear and taking the right safety gear with them. So before you, your friends, or your family take to the ice, be sure to stick together and be prepared. Because even if you feel safe, Dellinger says ice is always unpredictable.
Thank you, Abigail. Tonight at 10, we'll hear from a resort owner on Fish Lake about why they're still keeping a close eye on ice conditions on their property.
Meanwhile, as crews continue working on the Twin Ports interchange, MnDOT is asking drivers going to and from Wisconsin to avoid Garfield Avenue. Right now, that's the only way to get on the Blotnick Bridge, and traffic has been thick in that area. MnDOT leaders say the best alternative is the Bong Bridge. They hope that will help make access to businesses on Garfield Avenue a little easier.
I respectfully ask that if people could use the Bong Bridge if they can, as that would help the industries that are located on Garfield Avenue to be more productive.
Round-the-clock bridge demolition above the railroad tracks will begin Wednesday and last until Friday. The railroad will be closed during that two-day period, and the entire project is still on track to be finished by August of 2024.
More than 20 people are without a place to go tonight after a Duluth apartment fire. It happened around 9:30 this morning at the Burke Apartments in Duluth Heights neighborhood. The first didn't spread beyond the unit thanks in large part to the building's sprinkler system, but that water damaged some other units. Those residents are getting help from the property owner until they can move back in. The local Red Cross is also assisting residents. No one was hurt and no word on what caused the fire. Damage is estimated around $55,000.
World health officials say the Omicron coronavirus poses a very high global risk.
Here in the U.S., President Biden is taking action to slow the spread of the new variant, including new travel restrictions, which kicked in today. Starting today, the U.S. is keeping non-U.S. citizens from entering the country from South Africa and 7 other nations. But the variant has spread well beyond Southern Africa, reaching at least 14 countries, including our neighbor to the north, Canada. Vaccine manufacturers say it will take about 2 weeks to learn whether their drugs work against the new variant. Despite that, health officials say now is the time to get vaccinated or boosted.
We needed time to give people an opportunity to say, get that vaccination now before it heads. It's going to move around the world. I think it's almost inevitable there will be, at some point, that strain here in the United States.
While no Omicron cases have been reported in Minnesota or the U.S. at this point, state health officials are still tracking the variant closely. And Health Commissioner Jan Malcolm says Minnesota has one of the nation's strongest variant surveillance systems. She says if Omicron is detected in Minnesota, the state will share that information as soon as they can. She encouraged all Minnesotans to get your COVID vaccine and your booster shot.
President Joe Biden is visiting Minnesota tomorrow to tout his $1 trillion infrastructure plan. The White House says President Biden will visit Rosemont. The White House has projected the infrastructure package will deliver major funding to Minnesota. That includes a $4.5 billion for highways, $800 million for public transportation, and about $300 million for bridge work, all over a 5-year span. The state also is in line for hundreds of millions of dollars for water projects, broadband, and airport infrastructure.
A Chisholm family is searching for answers tonight after they claim their beloved family dog was stolen from their yard and killed.
Now it's gotten the community's attention, and a reward for information is on the line. CBS 3's Natalie Grant spoke with the family today about why they want to bring awareness to this terrible situation.
Kristen Briggs, the Scoutist family, says they last saw their 7-year-old German Shepherd Ruger last Wednesday while they were putting up outdoor Christmas decorations. But shortly after, they went inside and Ruger was no longer in their yard. They then spent the next few days frantically searching for their dog. They trekked through woods, knocked on doors, and contacted the local authorities. Then 2 days later, Kristen Scoutist says they got a call from a Good Samaritan who found Ruger's body on the side of the road about 3 miles from home. The Scoutist family and police say it appears Ruger was intentionally killed. Scoutist says they are not only searching for answers as to what happened to Ruger, but spreading awareness, hoping something like this doesn't happen again.
So basically, we just want answers, like what happened to him, why, someone would want to do that to him, and just also for our community, just more so to keep our community safe.
The Scoutists are offering a $1,500 reward for anyone with information on Ruger's killing. They also have a GoFundMe page set up to add to the reward. Now, Chisholm police have also said they are investigating this situation, but as of today, they weren't able to share any more information. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Natalie. Well, Pine County authorities are hoping to learn more this week about how a missing mother of 4 died. Ashley Miller Carlson's body was found in Ogema Township east of Hinckley over the weekend. The 33-year-old was last seen in late September, not long before her car was found in a lake in that same area. Thousands of people came out to search for her. Authorities are still investigating her cause of death. An autopsy is expected. We'll update you when we know more.
Authorities say a woman shot and killed in a Twin Cities suburb earlier this month was from Duluth. The medical examiner's office identified her yesterday as 23-year-old Gabrielle Johnson. She died November 14th after she was shot in the head 3 days earlier in Brooklyn Center. 24-year-old Julia Smith was charged with second-degree manslaughter, claiming someone tried to rob him at gunpoint. Smith said the bullet then ricocheted, hitting Johnson, who is in a nearby vehicle. But according to court documents, surveillance video supports witnesses' claims that Smith shot Johnson himself. Smith will be back in court next month.
Duluth police are investigating after someone ransacked the UPS shipping center. Police were called to the building on Port Terminal Drive near Garfield Avenue around 5:40 Sunday night. They say multiple items were ransacked, but they wouldn't give details on exactly how much damage there was or if any items were stolen. The crime scene investigations team was called in to help. Police are still searching for a suspect.
Still to come on Live Local, CBS3, a holiday favorite returns this weekend, but in a new location. Details on this year's Winter Village coming up in just a few minutes.
Today's rain and snow mix brought 2/100 of an inch of rain here to the Twin Ports, and despite that, now we're running a bit of a deficit as far as precip goes for the month of November. Can we catch up here before the month turns into December? I'll talk about some snow and rain mix odds returning coming up after our break.
I'm Dr. Dustin Lucarelli, a general surgeon at St. Luke's. We oftentimes are the ones that are called to deal with appendicitis, cholecystitis, hernias, and even cancers. I chose to practice at St. Luke's because it gives me the opportunity to work with some of the newest advancements and technologies. I really enjoy working with the Da Vinci robot and doing minimally invasive surgery. So being a general surgeon allows me the capability to work with my hands and work with patients. And it's something I truly enjoy.
This Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. America's best-selling trucks are here and capable SUVs are rolling out. Get great offers on the Ford that's right for you, like Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV, and Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. So this Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $500 bonus cash on select Ford models. Only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
At Super One Foods, you'll find more than just low prices and better choices. You'll find friendly faces like ours, working hard to save you money. Super One has a tireless commitment to be grand opening ready every day, with fully stocked shelves and a wide selection for you and your family. Check out these specials available at all Super One locations going on now. So stop into the Super One Foods right in your neighborhood. Super One Foods, serving you low prices and better choices.
This year, Santa's got his naughty, nice, and now his shop local list. With a unique variety of shops and restaurants, there's something for everyone at Fichters. And for business or leisure, Fichters Inn is Duluth's premier lakefront getaway. Fichters. Shop, eat, sleep.
We're getting the band back together.
I'm just so excited to be back with Kristen on the anchor desk. It's been so long, but it feels like it's been no time at all.
Yeah.
I feel like we just have a great connection, and
Having someone come onto the show who loves the area as much as I do, who knows the area as well as I do, like she's from here. I mean, it's the perfect fit.
Live Local to a T.
Watch Kristen and Briggs at 5 and 6 p.m.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke. Tuesdays at 10 only on Live Local CBS 3. Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Colder temperatures coming do have people getting out onto what little ice we do have. And as we found out earlier with Abigail Smith and her interview with the Coast Guard, you have to be careful if you're going to venture out on what ice we have right now. Some folks in Ely are doing that on Shagwell Lake, where they report 4.5 inches of ice. Seems like the fishing's going all right so far, but do be cautious. Follow the advice of being safe, as Abby put out there for us. And hopefully we can keep the coasties from having to do any extra work here this winter, and we can enjoy that wonderful commodity of lake ice that is so much fun once it gets thick enough. Will it get any thicker this week? You know, initially it's going to be a bit on the warmer side, but the second half of the 7-day forecast does hold a cool down, and I'll talk about how low those numbers will go after we look at the here and now coming from Duluth International Airport. And here and now it's 27 degrees. Relative humidity 96%. Northwest winds going 5 miles per hour, and our air pressure is low at 29.84 inches. Because of an Alberta clipper that's been slicking up the roads in Minnesota the past couple of hours. And next couple of hours could do so for Wisconsin and Michigan. Current temps in Michigan, about 28 to 29. Take your pick. A little warmer up north, a little cooler down south, counterintuitively. In Wisconsin, the current readings are running 30 to 35, with Ashland being the cool spot for a change and Hayward being the warm spot. This time of year, it's often flip-flop there. And in Minnesota, we'll flip down to 19 in International Falls and flop to 32 in Moose Lake, with everybody else in between. But I think we'll become a little more uniform with low temps overnight tonight in the 20s for most of our towns. So, eyeing up the current Doppler and satellite map, what we have to deal with right now is the first Alberta clipper that's bringing flurries and light snows, first to Minnesota, now crossing the lake into Wisconsin and the UP till about midnight tonight. And in fact, folks in the snow belt may get another 1 to 2 inches of snow, while the rest of us have pretty much seen what's going to come. For Tuesday, we're going to be in a dip in between two low pressure systems, so we'll get partial sunshine and dry conditions, but that could change up by Wednesday as the next low pressure system, another Alberta clipper, comes in with temperatures close to 40 to bring us a rain-snow mix on Wednesday. And that one, at least the latest charts indicate it's not going to be that big a precip maker, but still, what precip it does bring could be on the slippery side. Most towns getting about a trace to 2 inches maybe, with the latest models indicating there could be a lobe of slightly slicker snow there, 2 to 4 inches around the head of the lakes up towards the central part of the Mesabi Range. Now, we'll talk about the 7-day forecast. Beginning tonight in Minnesota, mostly cloudy sky with low temps. I'm thinking anywhere from 24 to 30, so it should actually warm up for our friends in International Falls as the night goes on. For Wisconsin and Michigan, low temps there about 21 to 24, with those flurries and snow showers ending probably just after the midnight hour. And then for tomorrow, the Tuesday hours will be filled with partial sunshine and highs running 34 to 38. The normal's around 32, so we're warmer than normal tomorrow, at least for Wisconsin. Not everybody in Minnesota will be warmer than normal. In fact, from Ely to International Falls, it'll be cooler than normal by about 5 degrees, but then we perk up into the 30s for the rest of the Gopher State. And now with the rest of the 7-day forecast, there's that next chance for the mix on Wednesday. It's only a 30% chance and may miss us, but if it misses us, there's yet another clipper coming to call on Friday with a 30% chance of flurries mixed in with partial sunshine. Warmer temperatures in the 30s with us through Friday, my friends. But then once we get into the weekend, better temperatures for ice come to call. Highs in the 20s, lows in the teens.
Yeah, you know, now starts the battle between outdoor enthusiasts that love to ski and snowboard, and then the folks who love to ice fish, because they want those colder temps and the skiers want lots of snow and a little bit warmer so you don't freeze.
Yeah, and hopefully we can deliver on all counts.
I hope so.
Thanks, Dave.
Cyber Monday is a big deal for the big box stores, but some smaller local businesses have it circled on their calendar too, especially those that make their entire livelihoods online without a storefront. That includes one Twin Ports business called Josie's Gemstones, which operates on Instagram. Josie Waldron of Duluth is the owner. She says while some local stores carry her products, she counts on days like Cyber Monday to really help spread the word.
I have a couple shops that I partner with in the Duluth community that I have my things in a physical storefront, but majority of my sales are done online. So Cyber Monday was a pretty big deal for small business owners like me.
As of this afternoon, she already had more than 30 new orders. Waldron says it was a lot of work that went into her Cyber Monday sales, but so far it has been a success.
And another way you can support local small businesses this weekend is at the Duluth Winter Village. This year, the holiday market will be moved to Harbor Drive behind the deck instead of at Glen Sheen. And as you can see, setup there is already underway. The Winter Village is happening Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 5. Admission is free. A lot of people looking forward to that. Kind of turns out to be a little bit of a sport.
Yeah.
That shopping experience, because you're running around from the different little huts. It's just so cute.
Just like Black Friday.
Yeah.
Right? That's a sport.
Black Friday. I'm in all black. Briz got
yeah.
get the memo.
I did not get the memo.
That's okay. What's coming up next in sports, Kevin?
Well, the Bulldogs got the memo. We check in on the latest NCHC polls. They're out, and we also check in on the Vikings. More bad news, and we'll update you on all things Vikings coming up.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Join us weeknights. We're live at 5 as we go around the Northland city by city.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmonds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmonds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS3.
For the holidays, your friends at Sammy's Pizza have handcrafted a saucy deal. Buy $50 in Sammy's gift cards and get a $10 gift certificate free at participating Sammy's now until December 31st.
Reliable starts here at Interstate Battery in Superior, Wisconsin. Shop our wide variety of car, AAA, phone, key, and sealed lead-acid batteries. Find the right battery right away with the help of our expert staff. Visit us today at 426 John Avenue in Superior.
At Prime Appliance, you don't have to shop early to enjoy huge savings because our Black November sale continues through the end of December. Get a Frigidaire gas or electric range in stainless, your choice will be $7.98. Or get this 5 cubic foot chest freezer from Frigidaire for just $2.49. Or get this stainless steel Amana over-the-range microwave hood, just $1.99. Financing always available. Take it home today or set up delivery. Prime Appliance is the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
Northwest Outlet knows Northland winters can be a great time of the year to enjoy the outdoors, even when you have to work outdoors. Nothing ruins it faster than cold or frozen feet. Problem solved when you shop Northwest Outlet for winter footwear. They have only brand names that are tested for Northland winters, like Kamek, Baffin, Keen, Sorrel, Lacrosse, Merrill, Columbia, Boggs, Rocky, and Carhartt, including a huge selection of safety toes available. Top it off with Smart Wool or Darn Tough socks for maximum comfort. Remember Northwest Outlet for long underwear. Your winter headquarters, Superior.
Eric Paulson here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Calling all Bulldogs. Do you consider yourself a diehard UMD Bulldog fan? Send a picture of you or you and your crew all decked out in your Bulldog attire for a chance to be the My9 Sports Bulldog Fan of the Week. Follow the My9 Sports Facebook page and post your pictures there to be entered into our weekly random drawings. Each Fan of the Week will be showcased in our My9 Sports UMD Athletics Broadcast of the Week. The My9 Sports Bulldog Fan of the Week is brought to you by the Duluth Tap Exchange.
For you to learn something new every evening, we need to write something new. And that's why winning the 2021 Emmy Award for Outstanding Writing makes us smile. The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.
The flag is flying in Bulldog country because the best men's hockey team in the country right now plays right here in Duluth. For the first time since October of 2019, UMD is #1 in the USCHO national poll. Their one-spot jump comes after their sweep of Alaska Fairbanks, outscoring them 6-1 on the weekend. The Bulldogs received 33 first-place votes. They're one of 6 NCHC teams in the top 12. The women's hockey team fell 2 spots in this week's poll. They earned a Saturday win over St. Lawrence, but fell to Penn State. UMD will host a big WCHA series against Ohio State this weekend. That'll be live on My9 Sports. And according to reports, Dalvin Cook tore his labrum while dislocating his shoulder during the third quarter of the Vikings' loss against the 49ers. However, the injury is not season-ending. Cook was also playing through a torn labrum on his other shoulder, but the hope for the Vikings is for Dalvin to miss a few games with rest and rehab, like he did in 2019, while also recovering from a torn labrum to possibly return for a playoff run during the final 4 games of the regular season. But head coach Mike Zimmer isn't quite ready to rule out Cook for Sunday's game against the Lions.
Mike, is it a torn labrum for Dalvin Cook?
No.
What is the nature of his injury, can you say?
No.
Is it dislocated shoulder?
I'm not going to say.
Okay.
If Dalvin Cook is out, running backs Alexander Madison and Kene Nwangwu would be in line to get touches on Sunday. Just over 2 hours ago, the Vikings announced quarterback Patrick Peterson was placed on the COVID-19 list. Peterson is vaccinated and would need 2 negative tests within 24 hours to be eligible to play against the Lions on Sunday. And it was a big weekend for the Packers. With a win over the Rams, they vault them in the driver's seat of another NFC contender for that #1 seed. Rodgers threw for a whopping 307 yards and a pair of touchdowns and ran in a score in the win at Lambeau Field. That despite battling through a toe injury. He was considering having surgery heading into the bye week, but according to an NFL Network report, he will be holding off on surgery for now.
Difference is I didn't have to get shot up again at halftime. So definitely the healing this week. I just did a walkthrough on Saturday. Obviously all the walkthroughs during the week, but no practice time. I think really helped. Third quarter, late third, early fourth, and I got stepped on early in the game. There was definitely some pain I was dealing with.
Packers are on a bye this week and will host the Bears on December 12th. And tonight we have some MSHSL boys hockey action. The Proctor Rails will be hosting the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. In about 30 minutes, we will have those highlights tonight at 10 o'clock.
Mike Zimmer, man, a few words there.
No, okay. I can do that job. No time to log that sound.
No.
Plenty of time. All right, well, thanks, Kevin. Let's take a look at what's coming up tonight at 10.
Yeah, coming up, President Biden's infrastructure bill could have a big impact on projects here in Minnesota. As the president prepares to visit the Gopher State, we're hearing from local lawmakers about what this funding could mean for northern Minnesota. Well, Merriam-Webster announced vaccine is its official 2021 word of the year. Are you surprised?
No, we've heard that quite a bit this year. The publisher says the choice highlights the dual discussion surrounding vaccinations this year. The COVID-19 vaccine was seen as both a promising medical solution and a source of political argument and division. They note online searches for the definition of vaccine jumped 601% between 2020 and 2021. This is the second year that Merriam-Webster has made a coronavirus-influenced pick. Pandemic, of course, was its 2020 word of the year.
Well, Dave, that snow was kind of a nuisance for the road conditions, at least so far heading north in Minnesota. How's it looking for the rest of the area?
Could be a nuisance for the rest of the region until about midnight tonight, but then it'll clear up for tomorrow. As we take a look at our 7-day forecast, we see partial sunshine coming to call on Tuesday, followed by another go-around with an Alberta clipper on Wednesday, which could bring another 30% chance for a rain-snow mix. Temperatures stay on the warm side through Friday, the 30s, then drop into the 20s once we get in towards the weekend.
Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you back here at 10.